I'm at East Lake North with North head coach Samantha Richter following a scrimmage against Kirtland. You were very adamant today in the post-game huddle. You know, what's maybe kind of the message of this team to kind of move on from today? You said at the end of it that today is done, it's on to the next day. But how do you really kind of instill that into this team?
That is a great question, and I'm glad you picked up on that in the post-game huddle. Honestly, again, today with the scrimmage didn't go the way we wanted it to go, and that happens. And it's better to happen in the postseason, or not postseason, preseason. And again, we just have to make the conscious choice tomorrow. We are moving on. We do it by getting back to fundamentals in practice, doing what we can do best. We moved the ball great at points in the first half. Absolutely fantastic. It's just getting back to that fundamentals. And I think tomorrow we'll be there. No doubt in my mind. I think they have the resiliency to get there, and I'm excited to see them turn it around.
So I got kind of like a two-part question for you. You mentioned, some of the good things, because not everything can be so bad that there are no good.
Yeah.
So what were kind of some of the good things that your team did today? And then you mentioned the resiliency. How nice is it to have that this early on?
Yes.
With still another scrimmage left and, 48 hours worth of practice before you even play a game?
Yes. So our team, even in the preseason, we've got some heavy hitters that are actually out right now just with various different things. So they've already had to overcome a lot. We've had a couple people who, up until even today, had never played soccer. So the fact that we have people coming out, giving their best, giving their all, and we're going to figure it out along the way. As long as they're willing to work and learn, which they are. I can't say enough positive things. Again, if we get back to possession and move the ball like we did in the first half, we're going to have a good season.
And looking towards Friday, first game, it can always be a nerve-wracking thing, and you only have 3 seniors on this team. So there's a lot of youth on this team.
Yes.
So how important would it be to come out on Friday and put together a really good showing in front of your fans and maybe put this bad week behind this team and start the season off on a high note?
Absolutely. So our first game is Madison, and we have actually had in the last year a really good match against Madison. We were able to come out with a tie, which was actually kind of historic. The News Herald did the records, and it's been like 20-something years since we tied. So it was a great match. I know both sides are really, really excited to see who's going to come away with the win this year. So again, there's just a natural excitement built into Friday. They all know, and it's a great match. Coach Butler runs a great program, and it's just looking up to be an all-around really, really good showdown.
And interesting playing them, not since they moved from the WRC just a
Yes.
few years ago, so it's still a very familiar
Yes,
opponent,
yep.
still playing them every year. So how much is an advantage that not only give you guys, but also Madison to really set up for what could be a great match on Friday?
Yes. Again, it is actually, it's a mental thing actually that they're not in the WRC anymore. It's nice to have a really, really solid competitor for the both of us that is non-conference right away because again, Madison, when they were in WRC, top competitor. So we know if we can compete with Madison, we can compete with WRC. So it's good to have that right off the bat. And again, I couldn't think of a better team to open up the season with.
All right. Thank you so much,
Yep,
Coach.
you're